Hello YouTube, this is Ready Set Exploit, and we're gonna be doing HuntMe 1 payment collectors from TryHackMe, which is a fun 0 for S6 challenge. It's actually a threat hunting challenge, and we get to perform some of it. We find some malicious actors' actions and follow their exploitation path for kill chain. So I really like challenges like these because you get to utilize a little bit of your red teaming to kind of think what would I do in that scenario, and also you get to hunt some malicious threat actors and get to use all different kinds of tooling and really test your knowledge of the kill chain and being able to parse through logs. So the challenge starts with some of the information is already provided for us. For example, like we know we're given the date, which was Friday, September 15. Michael Ascott is a senior director from Swissben, was checking his emails on Outlook. So we know Outlook is running, that's provided to us. And came across an email, and then that's pretty much where the attack started, right? So it is up to us to kind of hunt down exactly what happened from the very beginning. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and get started. Once you connect, you just have to go to the IP address, and you have an Elastic instance. And give it about 5 minutes to load. Then the username is Elastic, password is also Elastic. That's also provided to us. And let's see, I'm not gonna go question by question. I'm just gonna follow the kill chain, and the questions will be answered as I go along, as long as you follow through. But other than that, let's go ahead. So first, we could go right to Discover, that's where our search utilizes, but I like going to the Visualize library and then Discover there. We have to get our date set up. So Visualize library, you can kind of see like the way I utilize it: create new visualization, lens, and I want to set this to table, and we need the dates. So it was September 15th. Starting from midnight till, so absolute September, we'll do September 16th midnight. Gonna update that, and now we should get a bunch of hits here. Make this a bit bigger. Actually, don't like that. Should look, I think it looks okay. Yeah, looks okay. So let's look at, you could kind of play around with this. We want to look at any particular file names that stand out. Maybe there were some used more than others. So I'm going to put file.name. And this thing is very smart. So if you start typing file, it'll give you like what you're looking for. And then file.name.keyword. Drag it over. And there we go. We have a couple of hits. One interesting one is PowerView, 255 counts. So this is good for finding like the top values that stand out in the log. This is standard, other, but this one is interesting. We have invoice, and that's very interesting to me because of it's not standard, and it's a .eml file, so it's an email. So we have invoice. Let's see, got to do the same thing here. So I'm in the Discover tab now. Absolute, gonna do the same thing. September 15th. Midnight till September 16th midnight. Hit update, and now we're ready to search. There's 7,635 hits. It's a lot to parse through. Let's see. So we have invoice, so we can do, so looks like it's taking a little while to generate invoice. Can we look at process? Maybe process names. There we go. So what was it? It was invoice here. So we're gonna do file.name. Now I'm gonna just have a wildcard invoice, wildcard after that. Before I do that, let's see if anything stands out. So processes, so we have process here. Let's see, let me take out the file name. when I added the process, we see that it uses Outlook. So that's also very useful for us. I just want to see the top 3 processes. So if we just look at the processes alone, even if we didn't know Outlook was used, we could see that Outlook is also there. We also have NSLOOKUP. That's interesting for us to see, and PowerShell. So this could be further up the kill chain. So let's do that. Invoice and process name. Let's see, where we go? Process name. Do Outlook. How did it look over there? Do Outlook. We only get 11 hits. That's a lot less, but this is still a lot of output. Some standard ones that I like to use. Let's see. Host name is a good one. See, now we have a host name. We have command, process command line. I like that one. Blank. Let's see. Event code. It's definitely very good. Message. It's also good. And process name. And is there there should be process PID. So these are all pretty good to start. Let's see if anything stands out. Something here on the message. I want to be able to see it. Let's see. For now, let's eliminate host name. We actually don't need that one right now. Let me do that. Let's see, host name. Let's look. This is the latest entry. Let's look at the earliest entry. Sort old to new. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. So if we give it a second, we have a that's what I forgot to add. File name. There we go. So we have, can I move this? I was hoping I could move it. So we have some files here, and we definitely have an odd one. So this is from earliest. So this is the email that we saw earlier, right? And if we follow along, there is another file called invoice, and there is a zip file right there. And that's interesting. That is definitely where most likely it started. But where did it go from there? Okay, so let's see. Let's see what else. So from there, what's the next? Okay, so from there, let's follow the chain. So this is the latest. You can click on here. Surrounding documents. And here, this just gives you everything, right? And a lot of times you just kind of want to filter some of the noise. So if you click load, right? Let's see a process here. So there's a lot of this Windows filtering. So we can do it. I'm gonna here. Let's see. That's under message. It's not Windows filtering. And there we go. Now it eliminate a lot of these. See. So it creates this file. So it goes from the email if we load the older documents. So from this older email to this zip file, and then it does a couple more connections. There's a PowerShell instance here, and then we have a PDF file that it creates, right? And notice the different event codes. Event code 11 is for file creation. But this one, file stream creation, is 15. So if you're going by event codes, you would easily miss this one. Now what happened from there? Keep loading up. Right here. Okay, we have a command line. We can expand this. See what we get. Let's see where we go. Should have more. Let's see. I want to view this one. Should give me more. That's weird. Per page. Let's see. Why aren't you expanding? I think it's a different instance. So there we go. So we have this. So from the PDF, that's the process of that is Explorer. So desktop, and now we go right into PowerShell. Right, that's the next process, and we have this command line here, right? We have this IEX, that's a huge telltale sign of something's being downloaded. Web client, and it downloads this reverse shell seems. Let's see, what is PowerCat.ps1? It's an implementation of netcat, so it's like a netcat like reverse shell, and we could tell because that's an IP address using ngrok, and that's a port. So it looks like it's using this to connect, right? And then from there, this is probably where the connections start, right? So this is the user having a like a foothold on the system. But let's keep loading up. See if there's anything that catches our eye. And okay. So if you keep going up, you see a lot of the same commands right here. Right, PowerCat. You go again, PowerCat. So just so that I can see what came after this PowerCat, I'm going to add another filter. Do it right here. Edit filter and process. I can't spell. Command line is not PowerCat. Okay. You always get lost. You scroll down, and it always highlights where you started. So there it is. So PowerShell, PowerShell. So at some point, let's see, PowerShell. Where I go? There we go. So more PowerShell stuff. A lot of PowerShell here. So let me add that. Not yet, just in case I miss something crucial. Okay, PowerShell. So there's still a lot of this PowerShell stuff. So let me add that on there. Edit filter. Let's see. I could do it by event code. Actually, yeah, we'll do it by event code. Let's do that. See if that costs anything. So edit filter. Event code. And this is like the system ID essentially. It's not 600. Let's do that. Okay, so maybe that's not the best idea because it still is doing that. So let's actually just do, oh, know what I meant. Let's see, process, command line is not PowerShell. Just a lot there. There we go. Okay. So we start from here, right? We knew the reverse shell happened right after this PDF. A lot of different things, more PowerShell stuff. And then this is probably all, see, this is just more PowerShell. And then out of nowhere, so another good thing to keep track is the timestamps. So it goes from the PDF happened 11:41, 11.116. And then everything's kind of happened within those few seconds. And then out of nowhere we have system info, and this is a great tool, a great clue that now the attacker is in our system, right? In our system, and it's definitely looking to enumerate the system a bit more, right? And to see exactly like if there's any vulnerabilities, versions, things like that. And then from there, it's probably gonna go a bit more, but I already put a lot of filters. So from here, we can let's see, system info. I have a lot of filters. So then from here, I'm going to just view more surrounding documents. I'm going to just X that out, and let's see. So start from here, and you see again we're back to lots of PowerCat stuff. That's just the logs taking everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, let's see, I'm not gonna do, yeah, let's ignore command line. Oh, what's it called? Process command line. Let's do that. It's not PowerCat. Let's see if anything else stands out. So a lot of this thing right here, a handle, the handle of an object. Let's also filter that out. I feel like that may not be useful at this moment. So that's in message. Is not handle of an object. Now there we go. This is a lot better. So we're still at, where we go? System info. I like that. Trust installer, more PowerShell stuff. This could be good to know. Strict mode, let's see. See if anything. Net user. A lot of net here. Let's see if anything stands out to us. Communication maybe is not PowerCat so much. Let me do edit filter. Let me do IEX. And see if that changes anything. Let's see here. Console read line, pipeline. That is nothing useful. Let's see. No, it's a connection here. Net user, net. So it's starting to enumerate our local group. Local group, more. What's this? Command line, no. No, let's see a little bit more. Okay. So right here, there's something here. It's downloads. So there's something happened here that connected user. This is probably more, could be more related to like PowerCat. So sometimes the thing with filters, you could miss like critical information if you're not careful. All right, so let's see. Let's keep going up. Oh, okay. So a lot of this, it goes from system. This is what I was looking for. Something like this. So we could have searched for this, but we see here all the way from system info, right? Looks like the user was enumerating, who am I, more PowerShell commands, so outputs, net, it's like net user, right? I was trying to enumerate the local group. And then see if I had PowerShell on here, I would have missed this. Right, so I only did IEX. I probably also could have seen it if I just had PowerCat. So a lot of times you just have to keep going up and hope that it shows up. See if that goes away. Nope, still there. So from here, we see this odd command. The user downloads PowerView. And we already knew PowerView from our early findings in Visualize Library. But now we actually have the link of where it came from. And now, let's see. What else? From here, what event code? That's event code 800. So now I want to kind of go from here. I'm going to surround the documents. And same thing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on event codes 1. 1. And that's gonna basically anything that started that process. Now I didn't lose, even though that's event code 800. I didn't lose. This is my starting point, and I want to see what processes spawn right from there. So I have this PowerShell execution policy bypass. I could probably ignore that, but here we have a it's mapping a drive to another folder, right? Let's see. Yeah, so that's the file share that the attacker is mapping this to, right? And then it copies, that's some kind of copy to this older folder called exfiltration, right? So it looks like it created a mapped a drive here, and then it copied it all the way over here, right? And let's see, anything else? And then we go into this NS lookup, but something's happening here. I'm missing something here. So let's take it right from here. So view these surrounding documents, and let's see what we miss. Let's go all the way down, and this is more the PowerCat thing. So from here, well, from here I could tell you the two files that were already, see, there's these two files here. So it looks like using this robocopy command to copy these two files, and there's this more PowerCat nonsense here. Actually, this is just execution policy. This can definitely be ignored. I'm going to, that's process, really can't spell to save my life. There we go. Command line is not execution policy. There we go. Let's see, we're still here. This is the whole PowerCat thing, which we can, I'm also going to ignore because that just seems to be the same thing. So, and process command line is not PowerCat. And there we go. That's a little bit better. There's still this stuff, but it's not too bad. So from this file, looks like it creates the zip file. So exfil, okay, so now we have a better idea. So it mapped the drive, copied everything to here, copied these two files, saved it to a zip file, and now we have, and then right away, we remember before there was these NS lookup, we have this suspicious, we have this domain here. It's very odd. So let's look at that. I don't want to lose this. I mean, don't have to do this anymore. So let's do discover. We have the dates, perfect. So I think it was process command line. Process command line. I'll do NS. There we go. Let's do this. It's 18 hits. What did I have? Okay, so process command line. Where we go? Command line. That's one. Okay, I like that. I always like message. Message. Event code. And for now, just do process ID. Process PID. There we go. So we have this, like right from that zip file, right? If we follow this process, ignore everything, we would see that there is a, it goes right into this subdomain here. That's this local port. So we could actually even add this again. I'm just gonna do another one. What is it? Message. It's not. Windows filtering. Takes a second. There we go. And now it looks a little bit better. So if we go down, so there goes from this zip file to, and this event code 1, NS lookup. So if you're not familiar, this looks like it's doing some kind of subdomain, like it looks like it's encoding this subdomain. So subdomain, let's see if we get our subdomain DNS, some kind of exfiltration. So DNS exfiltration techniques, DNS data exfiltration. Data exfiltration, what? If we look at MITRE, it says exfiltration over alternate protocol. Okay, so that's what it's using. It's using that technique to exfiltrate this. And now let's go to CyberChef. So everything but the last two, right? So from, if you're not familiar, the PK that means zip file. So this is the contents of the zip file. There you go. And yeah, that pretty much will cover the whole kill chain. Let's see. AA. There you go. Yeah, see, so we have the files there. So it's quite a lot. So if you go through it, you will like see, so let's say we're gonna save this, right? See, it tells me it's a zip file. I don't believe this works. I believe it doesn't have anything, but you know, you never know. Let's give it a shot. There. Almost there. Where did I go? You? Yeah. One, there we go. More. Almost there. There. So I'm gonna copy everything but the last two. Yeah, those last two, and I'll show you why in a second. There. So let's see if we can save this. Download zip. Okay. Let's go to our downloads. There it is. Unzip. Download zip. And there we go. Okay, it did work. That's funny. So let's go to download. What do we have? And we have an XLL and a PPTX. Can we open these? Open, what's it called? XLSX. XLSX online. All right, let's see. You? Maybe it's an Easter egg. Oh, that's so sad. Try another one, just in case it's that one. No. Okay, one more. If this doesn't work, then maybe, yeah, the file's just like corrupted or something. No. Yeah, I don't think it's this one. No. Okay. So let's see. How about the other one? Open PPTS PowerPoint online. Let's see. You? Okay. Looks like the files just may not be like correct, but that's okay. That's not the main point here. Let's do this. Let me copy you. Echo -n and this one right here. And I'm going to base 64 and decode, and I'm going to cut from 1 to 5. That's it. 1 to 10. T2. I don't think that's right. Let's see. Cut Linux. Thought it was B. I think it's this one. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it said not a comma? Yeah, it is. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Yeah. Ah, there we go. I was getting the different characters. So that's our flag right there. Part of it. I didn't want to spoil it. So that pretty much covers the chain. We saw that it started from a zip file, went into a PDF file that spawned a PowerShell that used PowerCat, which was a PowerShell version of Netcat. The port that it connected to, then the simple little command to enumerate the system. Then it used PowerView to enumerate the system a bit more. Then we saw like the drive that it mapped, the directory it copied, the files it took, where it's the file name that it saved it to, and how it extracted, and of course our reward, which is the flag. So that's the video. Feel free to comment, like, or subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.